Hello, I'm Alexandra, and today I'm going to talk a bit about my portfolio and I'm going to reflect on some aspects of it based on the four HEO criteria: theoretical basis, investigative ability, professional expertness, and ethics and social orientation. So, for theoretical basis, I learned a lot this year. Um, with every project that came, I learned about more and more models and I gained more knowledge on the overall subject. For example, for concepting, we use the meso and macro trend analysis to see what trends are happening in the industry, how they might affect us when coming up with a concept, and how they might already be affecting Holy Moly, and maybe we could draw inspiration from them. And we use the interactive experience model. Once we had our concept, we wanted to analyze how the visitor would experience it. So you have the personal context, what they uh, already know about the event and what expectations they have. The social context. Um, our event idea was very socially focused, as we were encouraging them to meet other internationals and make connections. And the physical context, so what the venue looks like, what's happening there, what activities are involved. And I think that's a really good model to use um, in the actual industry when you have a festival and you want to see how a visitor would experience it. Then for stakeholder, we did the power interest matrix, and from that we kind of established how important some stakeholders are and who has more power, who is more involved in the overall topic of the project, and also the rings of influence, so that we knew how much attention we should pay to every stakeholder and how serious their role is in our meeting. And also the force field analysis was really good to make an overview of our stakeholders and what they want out of this meeting and out of this project, and um, overall how involved they are, which I think it's really important also. When organizing events, you need to know all your stakeholders, and you need to know how to manage them and how to approach them. For marketing, there were a lot of theories, but some of my favorites were the 5 P's of marketing. I think that is a really clear and direct model to show you what marketing company is doing and on what platforms, what type of marketing. So I think it's really good to apply when you're working within a marketing aspect of a company. And also the SWOT analysis to analyze the strengths and weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and to use these to your advantage. So for productions and logistics, first we had sustainability with the areas of impact, which are closely related to the SDGs. So I learned about what different areas you can make an impact on regarding sustainability within an event. And we also had the relationship scheme, which was very useful to see how you manage the facilities that you have on a festival, how you place the stages, how you place the food vendors, what relationship there is between all of these elements, and also the demise model to analyze the normal situation and a situation of emergency to know how to regulate the flow of people, the ingress and the egress as well. Moving on, for investigative ability, I also conducted a lot of research this year. Most of it was through desk research, so I got really good at using my critical thinking skills to analyze the information that I find and to apply it in a way that is most suitable to the project I'm working on. Um, I also did uh, research through interviews for the concepting um, assignment and for the sustainability one, where we actually conducted interviews on a festival site, which I think gave us some really good information, and also through creative sessions, which are a bit more unusual, but they're a really good way of getting to know your target group and what they want and what ideas they have. So I would say that I really improved my um, investigative ability as well this year. Um, and for professional expertness, um, working so much in teams has been a bit difficult for me, as I think I work better on my own or in a duo. But in a team, there are more perspectives to balance. There are more um, points of conflict. But as I worked more and more in teams, I think I managed to develop pretty well and to work more and more effectively every time. Um, and also um, working on so many documents, uh, I um, I got better at expressing myself in a professional manner, and just overall having a good professional attitude, especially also by working at events, because that is an environment that really shows you if you have a professional attitude or not. And I think it really helps improve it. So I think that the fact that I worked at so many festivals definitely improved um, my professional expertise in this way as well. Um, Lastly, with the social orientation and ethics, I definitely noticed a shift this year on how much focus there is on this aspect, and how much the projects are based on ethics and social orientation, and that there is always an underlying motive and reason regarding this in every assignment that we had to do. So um, sustainability is one of the most important parts of the ethics and social orientation, I think, because it is a really big problem right now, and it's a really big topic in every field, in every industry, and it's it's more and more important to know about sustainable developments and what we can do and how we can apply them in the music events industry, because the change needs to happen now, and if it doesn't, there's not much hope for the future. And also, I learned that in the festival industry, it's really important to think about um, all the types of visitors that you can have, and the special uh, groups and the special needs that these visitors might have. So be always be conscious about people with handicaps, and how to provide the necessary facilities for them, and how to make the festival accessible for them, but also how to cater to groups that have been um, not so represented in the past. So LGBTQ plus community, or people of color. Just do everything you can to make everyone feel included and welcome, and cater to all different types of target groups. And uh, I feel like my development has been significant this year throughout all of these four aspects. And with the year that comes, I'm sure I'm gonna develop even more by actually working full time in the industry. And I think that everything that I've learned so far is crucial for someone working in this industry to know.